And as we've reported with numbers showing just how dangerous and costly flooding can be, it begs the question of what precautions can help people stay safe. For more on that, we're joined by Cheryl Nelson, a natural disaster and travel preparedness expert. Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, for anyone in an area at risk of major flooding, whether they live there or are visiting, what are the key things they need to do so they're ready in case of flooding?
First, I want to say my heart goes out to everybody in Texas. I know this has been a horrific situation, and it's something where you think it probably won't ever happen to you. So I think the mindset you have to have now is yes, it could happen. Know that anywhere it rains, it can flood. It doesn't matter if you are in a FEMA designated flood zone or not. If you get enough rain coming at a high enough rate quickly and it doesn't have anywhere to go, yes, that area can flood and you can be in danger. So, still, you have to know your risk. You have to be weather aware, know what the forecast is. And I want to say this at home and also if you are traveling. It's even maybe more important to know the weather when you are traveling, when you are camping, when you're away from home, out on the boat. You got to know what's going on. You got to know what your risk is because, again, flooding can happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be near the coast or along a river.
Absolutely. Staying weather aware is so important. We've heard a lot about NOAA radios the last 24 hours, especially. What are some other items that you recommend people always have in a go bag or in their cars?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question because the next part of getting ready is really the three P's of preparedness. And so that is plan, protect, and pack. And that pack includes that go bag. So things that you want in the go bag. And I would say have one of these at home, at work, and also in your vehicle. So a lot of us know the basic necessities, right? You got to have non perishable food, you want to have water. Protein bars, some food that you eat. Also, flashlights and batteries are going to be super important. Other things that you need, medications, maybe glasses, inventory of your home. Have that in a waterproof bag and also on a flash drive. Now, in your vehicle, there's some other items that you can have, like boots. Keep a pair of rubber boots in your trunk because you never know when you might need those. Also, a poncho. And I have this device right here. This is a flashlight, but it also has a glass breaker on the back. So you would just slam this into the window
Oh,
of the
wow.
vehicle if you were in there. And it has a little seatbelt cutter here on the side. So with that, you could slice the seatbelt or anything else that you need to. It has a strobe light on it to grab attention, also has an alarm. So this device has so many things that's important. Easily keep it in your glove box. And you mentioned a NOAA weather radio. I can't stress this enough. This is portable. You can bring it with you. It's battery powered. You can plug it in, or you could crank power it, and this also has a strobe light. It can charge your devices. And remember, NOAA weather radios operate on a different frequency than your cell phones do. So if you're in an area without cell phone coverage, this might give you that warning that you may not have gotten otherwise.
That's really solid advice. There's been a lot of focus after these horrific floods in Texas about the warnings people in the area received ahead of time. So, what can people do to make sure they're getting all the National Weather Service alerts and information that they need?
Have multiple ways to receive warning notifications and alerts from the National Weather Service. So, No Weather Radio is one. I have several of these in my house. I've got the portable one, I've got the one plugged in, I've got one in my car. Yes, I'm a weather nerd, but they're super important. And then your cell phone. Your cell phone, make sure you have your wireless emergency alerts on your phone. And when you go to bed, a lot of people do this. They put their phone downstairs and they forget about it and it's away from them. If you don't have a no weather radio in your bedroom or your cell phone, how are you going to get that warning notification? So again, sometimes these flash flood warnings, sometimes these thunderstorms pop up like that, and you get one of these things and you maybe weren't expecting it per se. It's always a good idea to have multiple ways to wake you up because what happened in Texas is devastating. And I think the worst part about it is it happened under the cover of darkness in the middle of the night. And it gives me goosebumps thinking about it because if you didn't have cell phone signal and you didn't have a no weather radio, you get this alert in the middle of the night and it was a flash flood emergency. What are you going to do? How do they know what to do? You have to be prepared. You have to have a family communicated plan no matter where you are.
Absolutely. Just a devastating situation there in Kerrville, Texas. Cheryl, thank you so much for those tips. Really solid Solid advice there. Thank you.
Thank you.